G'day everyone. We just finished a rather informative Crow's Corner, which, if you don't know, that is a sometimes weekly. It's not on next week. Lauren's very busy, but it's a forum where you can ask questions about getting clarification on mechanics that happen in the league. And a very interesting question was raised this week regarding Time Mark 4, 8.4, specifically around the Nightmare. Now, if you don't know, Time Mark 8.4, you've got near space and deep space. Deep space gives you an additional 100% drop quantity. You see up there the drop quant for 8.4 is plus 70%, but deep space is 170%. Now, the question was, does this affect Nightmare? And the answer was yes. But, so also in this, you've got 8.2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Every point is an additional 10% drop quantity. So, your build might be good enough for 8.4, but it may not be good enough for 8.4 fully juiced. Now, if you fully juice a map, it gives you plus 100% drop quantity and plus 100% drop rarity. The question was, does this affect the Nightmare? The answer is, the Netherrealm juicing does not affect the Nightmare encounter. It'll affect in the map, but when you enter the Nightmare and get into the map, into the Nightmare itself, it has no effect on it at all. This means that you can mostly benefit from an 8.4 Nightmare giving 170% increased additional drop quantity without having the extra deadliness of juicing the shit out of your map. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that the majority of the money that I make comes from the Nightmare. If you get a really, really juicy Nightmare, you're just going to make an absolute mozza of currency. Unfortunately, it spawned the other way, so I have to go back. But, or no, I don't even know what map I'm on. It's up here, isn't it? Yeah. So, yeah. So I'm just going to do a bit of a tester. I'm going to blitz through 8.4s as fast as I can. Obviously, it's much slower if you juice the Netherrealm. So I've got, I think, 14 maps on me at the moment. I've just reset that. I've got 18. So this is number 1. I'm going to see what our profit's like after the 18 maps and see how long it takes. These are 17 each because the 100-fold windfall. The immolating flame is selling for 460 each at the moment, which is crazy. And because I'm just doing a Nightmare test, I am only going to use my Nightmare pack spirits. I'm not going to switch to Flame Fuel. I'm not going to switch to XP or anything during the maps. I'm just going to focus on this and this only and see how much profit we can make in 18 maps. So anyway, I won't bore you with each one. I might show you each Nightmare, and I'll have a timer going so you can see how often I can get to another 8.4 Nightmare. And I may as well name it properly. It's not Bubble, it's Nightmares. Alrighty, so about 8 minutes for the first Netherrealm. Oh, not Netherrealm, the first one of these. Wasn't too bad. We got 3 red, the rest are garbage, but we got 3 reds, which is nice. So we'll see how this one goes. Hopefully I don't do something dumb like die. That would be embarrassing. Oh, he's doing that ice thing. I don't want it. This is a really horrible spot to be in. Not a fan. Did you know, I never knew this, but did you know that you can just hold down A and it auto loots? I honestly did not know that, and I was just watching my brother's stream and someone said it. So that devalues the season pass quite a bit, actually. And just means that you really need a filter that only shows what you want to pick up. Then you just run around holding A and it auto loots everything for you. That's nuts. Anyway. Getting distracted. So I'll just run around holding A this entire time now. Huh. The more you know, always learning. That's why you listen to your community. Because they tell you so many useful things. Oops. Oh. I guess a nightmare actually spawned a route spawned over here. You can see some loot just off the side. The ones that move, they always drop their initial loot somewhere else, which is a little bit annoying, but it's not too bad. Just means I've got to run over there once this is done. Tickles a bit in 8.4. Oh, is that the boss as well? Yeah, the boss is here too. Gosh darn it. Oh, it's still here. What's going on? It decided to just run around, eh? Yeah, just hold down A. Huh. Alright, let's see what we've got. What do we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 5 plus beacons, plus a bit of other snot. Not too bad. Yeah. Oh my god. I can't believe you couldn't... I didn't know that you could just hold down A. That's my #1 discovery of the day. You just hold down A and run around. Cast 1 channel builds just got so much better. Not that they weren't awesome before. I mean, I don't think it picks it up as fast as if you were mashing A, but it's still pretty decent. It's slightly annoying that it spawned on the other side of the wall. But although I could have just stood here and clicked on them. I didn't need to use A, but like all new toys, you've got to press them, you know? Alrighty, this one is taking a little bit longer than I would have liked. So another question that came was, oh, that's nice. Is it an average, or is it just based on the last map that you did? Which is a very interesting question, considering how the City of Eterna works, how it is an average over the amount of maps that you've done to trigger it, as well as it's interesting because of how they've done Black Sea. So the Void encounters, if you've done one tier 8 and then you do a bunch of tier 1s, say, to proc the Void treasure, the quality of the nodes will be worse. However, it will still be a tier 8 Void Sea. for an example. Oh gosh, I'm really trying to die in this, aren't I? Maybe I should talk after I've done this so I don't actually have to think. But, you know, what'd be the fun in that? So... Man, I'm making a lot of mistakes in this one. So I'm thinking that because the tier 8 deep space maps are 17 flame elementium each, at least for this zone. I don't think the zone matters at all for your drops, because I've never seen a zone specific fluorescent memory come out of this. Why is this one so stressful? Is it because I'm pressing A at the same time? I don't know. So I'm thinking that for speed's sake, I can clear up to maybe 30% probability to proc really quickly. And the difficulty of the 30% is not going to be very high. So it should be easy enough to see if when we trigger, like this boss here, he's taking ages to kill. Whereas on 8-1, oh, I can't believe I just died. On 8-1, that would be a very quick kill. So it should be easy enough to test whether it's an average or if it is just based on the last map that you're in when it triggers. So I'm thinking after this one, I'm going to run a bunch of... that wasn't bad in the end. I don't know what all the extra nodes are, honestly. Let's have a look. So we got... Oh, we lost that. Okay, that's a big one to lose. Lose any of these, I don't care. But that one, oh, sucks a bit. So yeah, I'm going to run a bunch of 8-1s. It's going to be much faster. This A vacuum. It's kind of slow, actually, but it's fun nonetheless. I'll run 8-1s up until 30%. Hopefully it doesn't trigger. Then I'll switch to 8-4 deep space and see how hard the end encounter is. 30% chance. Please don't trigger. Removes. Good. Alright, so the next one I'll switch to deep space 8-4. Alrighty, sweet. This one triggered on the first one, so this is either going to be hard or it's going to be piss easy, and then if it's hard, then it's based on the final map that you did it in. If it's easy, then there's a chance that it is an average. We'll know when we get to the final boss, because the final boss takes a hot minute to kill. I'm really hoping that it's this way, because then you can get up to 50% practically for free. Although this is pretty simple so far. Oof, that almost always kills me. So I'm thinking it's an average. Just off how easy these mobs are. Because these are super easy. Alright, there's the boss. Yep. There's no way it is based on the last map that you're in. Shame. But, or at least the mob difficulty is the quant. Don't know. That's up for debate. That wasn't by any means an explosion of anything. It wasn't a very good one. And honestly, I've had some really good bubbles, etc. just from like normal, not D-Space. So it's a tough one to test. And I guess we'll just have to seek some clarity. I mean, if it takes the drop quantity from your final map, then that would be a super easy way of getting 8-4 drop quant for 8-1 difficulty. Or maybe it's based on the first one that you run. Let's try that. Because that way would be even more insane. So one more test on that and we'll see how that goes. Imagine if you could run, I mean if you're doing 8-4 then you can do 8-0s like they're nothing anyway. But imagine if you could run friggin' an 8-4, set the difficulty, set the drop quant. Actually, does it display the drop quantity in the Netherrealm? In the Nightmare, I mean. So this is the 8-4 confusion. Plus 70, plus 100. These are the ones that we're interested in. That one's kind of interesting, but see what's available in here. It doesn't have... Yeah, there you go. It's only got the 40%. It doesn't have the plus 100. Doesn't have the confusion. I knew it wouldn't have the confusion or the Netherrealm boost. So it's just the 40%. Now, if we look at the 40%, I'm leaving the timer going because this is more of a test. It's not really how much FE am I going to make. I'm more interested in how the mechanic works after the Crow's Corner. Because if we now look at this, no, this. So 70%, that's where the 70% is going, and I did 40s for the others. So it was 40. So I guess that's, oh, this is an easy way of checking the average as well. So let's start off in 8-4, where it's 70 and 100% drop quant. The map stuff won't matter, but that little drop down in the Nightmare will tell us everything. All right, so we've done the first one in 8-4, which is 70% plus 100%. Now we'll drop it back to 8-1, near space. So now it's just 40%. I'm not going to do the boss. I probably could have done the boss in the time that took me to procrastinate about not doing the boss. Oh, or did I just screw myself by... Is it when you hit join vision? Well, let's test this and maybe we'll have to do... nah, because that should have been... I should have done that at the end of the last floor. So hopefully that's what counts. I don't really like any of these, but I guess let's just go with that one. So now I'll just have to speed clear all of these and get back to the nightmare to see what it's got in store for us. Judgio. Bum bum bum. I forgot to pause. Be right back. Well, this triggered on 10%, so I guess we can check this one pretty quickly. Yep. 70% additional, 100% additional. That is actually kind of funny. So it takes a snapshot of when you first do the first level, and it almost doesn't look like the difficulty is higher, but it's taken a snapshot of the drop quantity. So I take it from this. Let's get to the boss first before I make a stupid suggestion. But it's looking like we've just discovered a extremely easy way of doing 8-4 cheap nightmares. I'm gonna have to test the shit out of this later. Here comes the boss. 8-4 drop quant, 8-0 difficulty, nightmare farming. It was confirmed in the dev thing. So this is how it works. I'm pretty sure you can take this as definitive. Like, that was an absolute garbage one. But really, it costs 17 flame elementium to do that. And that was super easy. Like, ridiculously easy. Anyway, I'm going to end this video now. Put this up on the YouTubes. So everyone watching can benefit from this exactly the same as I am. Only if you watch my channel, obviously. If you don't watch the channel, then you're not benefiting shit, are you? So yeah, you can use this the same as I'm going to use it. I'm going to play in a couple of hours, which will be probably an hour and a half after this uploads. So I'm not taking advantage of this before anyone else. Just making that abundantly clear. Again, this is a 40% additional drop quant. Only the first map that I cleared. I didn't even click the little thingo. Do that in an 8-4 deep space, and you'll get all of the additional drop quant and deep space drop quant, and then you can do the rest in tier 8 near space. GG. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much for watching. Subscribe.